Amnesty International says Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 unleashed military destruction on a people and country at peace.
We saw the UN General Assembly vote to condemn Russia's invasion. That was good. The International Criminal Court opened an investigation into war crimes, and Western countries opened up their borders to Ukrainian refugees. For us, these measures were really a blueprint, you could say, for how to address mass human rights violations.
Russia denies committing atrocities or targeting civilians in Ukraine, despite widespread evidence. In its annual report released Tuesday, Amnesty says the international response to the invasion exposed the double standards of many countries that condemned Russia but failed to act on other human rights crises.
Solidarity is owed to the Ukrainian people, but it is also owed to the people of Palestine, to the people of Eritrea, to the people of Myanmar. And that did not happen in 2022.
The report highlights the war in Western Tigray in Ethiopia, which has killed hundreds of thousands of people, according to some estimates. The report says 2022 was the deadliest year in a decade for Palestinians in the West Bank, with at least 151 people, including dozens of children, killed by Israeli forces. Israel claims it is targeting terrorists and says 23 of its citizens were killed in terror attacks. Amnesty also highlights Myanmar's continuing oppression of the Karen and Karenni minorities, with hundreds killed and at least 150,000 displaced. In Iran, anti-government protests erupted in September following the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini in police custody. Amnesty says security forces fired live ammunition to crush the demonstrations, killing hundreds of men, women and children. Amnesty accuses China of using coercion to silence international criticism of human rights abuses against Uyghur Muslims, outlined in a UN investigation.
The UN Human Rights Council failed to order follow-up action because essentially China was allowed to use its strong-arm tactics to prevent further scrutiny or accountability.
2023 is the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, adopted by the United Nations in the wake of World War II. In its report, Amnesty says this year must be a turning point for upholding human rights. Henry Ridgewell for VOA News, London.